YouTube? Josh here, J-Side Friday. Another week gone, never to be seen again. I think we're on episode 17 of 2019. Sun's out. See that thing back there? Woo! Think of the halo? Anyway, this week, let's talk about, what did we do? Oh, did some wrenching on Red Rocket. I'm just gonna skip over that real quick and then we'll do a little finish thingy. Guess what we're doing today? Time to swap out that intake. Ready? We all know how this works. I'm just gonna fast forward because you don't need to know. You already know. You don't need to watch me show you how to do something you already know how to do. Or do you? Maybe. Alright, so we have off with the old, on with the new. Yeah, it doesn't look any different, but ran into one little hiccup. Other than that, it is all butted up. Need one of these longer. For some reason, this intake has no room for mechanical temp gauge. So I have to make this longer. I'm gonna head out to town and see if I can find one, but we're gonna finish this tomorrow. And we should be able to fire this thing up. And if it's not raining, go outside and do some burnouts. We'll see. Yeah, so got it all butted back up. Ran into an issue with the, first off, a little disappointed that the intake isn't what I thought it was. It's basically Jeg's a little bit better performing version of the Edelbrock Performer. Whatever. At least we have an intake to put on the Ranchero, and we're still gonna look for a monster for this car. Maybe. I will tell you though, I got it back together. It's running great. Can't wait to take it out. In the meantime, I ran into an issue with the, so we get the lighting right here. You know what, let's just turn around. Look at that. Let's walk out the sun. So anyway, I ran into a little issue with the temperature sensor. Bottomed out in the intake because they didn't leave any room for it. Where the Performer has a pretty high water jacket. This one was pretty short. So I had to go to the store and run some spacers and yeah. Because what it is, it's like a 3/8 pipe thread in the intake, but the sensor uses a flare style, so you're just kind of screwed. But I got it in there. It's working for now. I'll probably have to figure out another way to do that. But it is back together. It's fresh gasketed. Yeah, looks good. Now, while I was at it, we talked about this last year when I put that bigger accelerator pump diaphragm housing, that it was too big and it was acting goofy. So I actually ordered a stock Holley depth size squirter, you know, and I finally put it in. Now it's nice and crisp again. With the new water pump, I was also able to utilize the existing timing pointer. Awesome, right? We have actual Maverick lower radiator hose. Awesome. So you can just buy a replacement if you ever need one. And yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to get it out. Hopefully it stays dry for a couple days. As you can see by my layers, it is not that warm out. It's like 50s. So hopefully we can get it out this week to do a little test and tune. Hopefully a burnout video, maybe. We'll see. Monkeyed with that. I also did, we did some mountain biking. same thing, Seneca Loop. I did do a ride at this park called Bay Park West in Rondequoit, Rochester area. Trails are great. New toy, new bike. Rides so nice. There it is. See it? Picture of it right there. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, we did that. What else did we do this week? That's right. We did. I finished the brakes on the Santa Fe, and I don't know if you remember from last week. I was bragging about how great it was. They used the same hardware on all same size socket and all the hardware, and the hose was really long. When I moved to the fronts, not quite the same. They different sizes as usual. Short hose as usual, and then there's this thing. You see that? Yeah. Right? So what that is the passenger side front. Actually, the bolt runs into the strut clamp. Yeah, super cool. Thanks Hyundai for making everyone that has that clearance issue use a open end wrench to try to get that freaking bolt out that's super long. Way to go. Thanks. We also changed out a lug nut that was completely cross-threaded and buried on, and we had to snap it off last time due to a repair shop that over-tightened lug nuts without starting them by hand. Always start your lug nuts by hands, kids. Always. Why not? Takes 2 seconds, and you don't have to beat out lug nuts and repress them through the other side. I basically, what I did is I used a C-clamp and a socket on the one end, and then just pushed it through till it was pretty close, and then finished her up when I had tightened up the lug nuts. So it's good to go. At the same time, mounted a trailer hitch. Went pretty good. There was a little bit of cutting had to be done on the driver's side. Hang on. Yeah, dog's being a jerk. Easy boy. Anyway, I had to do some trimming of that plastic underbody work to get it to fit, but I was able to keep the exhaust on, and it was fairly simple, straightforward. Yeah, we built this guy right there. You know, we're just pause. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. We're gonna go to a little video and some stuff. So today on I guess a homesteading segment, we're working on the barn. We have a big door, and one of the thoughts was to do the old garagio thing where you put the screen from top to bottom and you roll it up or something. Yeah, I don't think so. So today, I think what we're going to try doing is I'm going to make a panel, maybe 2 feet tall, the width of the door, and I'm going to put a piece of hose on either side of it and screw that to the wood so that I can basically fit that in here to this piece in the door, this tall, and just have a screen that goes all the way across so that critters like mice and squirrels and things like that don't come in there while you're working in the garage. And the thought is, if it's just a panel, you can just pick it up and lean it on the inside of the barn where it's nice and safe. And then when you need to use it, you just bring it out, slide it in front of the door, go do your business. So today, I'm gonna measure this out real quick, and we're gonna dig through the wood pile and see what we can come up with. So that worked out great, as you see in the picture there. Super simple. And if you noticed these right here, when I was stapling the screen on, those sawhorses, actually a gentleman gave that to me recently, and they kick butt. They fold up and they've got a little handle, and they're metal. So simple, so amazing. Love it. But anyway, yeah, that worked out great. I had to change out the hose that I initially have in there, and I ended up using a piece of garden hose because it was able to compress more to fit the tolerance that I left. I left a 3/4 inch tolerance on each side, and I had a 1-inch hose, so it just wouldn't compress to get it to fit snug. Now it fits great. Yeah, that was fun. What else did we do this week? Favorite game in the world. What's in the box? Today, what's in the box is from somebody named Kent Williams in Iowa. It's a little tiny box. Came via UPS. And yeah, I know what it is, but you don't. Let's open this thing up. You ready? Now, let's start off. I can tell you this is for Red Rocket. Yeah, right? Brake proportioning valve? Now, you're going to say, well, why? Why does it matter? Well, here's the deal. If you remember, we did a front disc brake conversion kit, and the car was originally 4-wheel manual drums. So the brakes did not work good at all. Like, at all. So what I did was ordered a drum disc Maverick, like a 74, 75 master cylinder, and it worked better. But I have the wrong proportioning valve because that's made for drums. So today we got in this guy straight from eBay. It was like $40. You can look it up for a Ford Maverick. It should fit any Ford of that era. I would imagine all the fittings are going to be the same sizes. We'll know when we go to put it on. But what this should do is give us the right brake proportioning, meaning instead of mostly rears, it'll do fronts too. Wouldn't that be great? You know, so the car can do better burnouts and donuts and fun stuff. So I'm going to get to this, and then, yeah, maybe we'll see a clip of this later. Not in this episode, in another episode. But that's it for What's in the Box. So then Chevelle Paul came over, and we mounted up these guys. He bought those last year to swap meet, and yeah, those are truck tires. This thing ought to leave some howling burnouts when he gets it all mounted back up, but they look beautiful. Those are like Wheels Manufacturing rally wheels for Chevy. Cool. Then I ended up doing this guy here, a little restoration project at work. It's a big latch, and what it was the spring broke on the inside of it, so I figured, heck, I'd tear it apart, wire wheel everything, grind any kind of burrs off of it, and then weld where there's a crack. And then new spring and new paint, sandblasted first, then painted. Came out amazing, super fun. And I think that's it. I think that's all I got. If you notice a little skips here and there, it's because I forgot all the stuff I've done this week, because, you know, I don't have a cheat sheet. I don't know what to do with my hands. That's it though. This week, hopefully if the weather clears up, as I said, we will get a test and tune on the Red Rocket, and then get to some other stuff. I've got more projects lined up, and I can't wait. Till next time, folks.